Pro wrestling isn't just about one company. It's a wild, worldwide carnival of body slams, broken tables, and questionable fashion choices. It's completely unique in its own way, and rightfully so. I didn't really know what to call this list because some of these are moments, some are personas, and others are just straight movements. So today, I guess we're diving into the 10 underrated spectacles outside of the WWE. Get ready to relive the chaos, the glory, and the occasional totally accidental wardrobe malfunction. Before we begin, make sure that you are subscribed to all of WSN's social platforms, give this video and our pages a like, and don't forget to download the WSN app today for free on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. Trust me, you don't want to miss any of this madness we've been cooking up. Number 10, Minoru Suzuki's entire existence. Imagine if pure violence grew legs and started laughing at you while you heard thousands of people screaming Kaze ni Nare at the top of their lungs. That's your murdered grandpa, Minoru Suzuki. Whether it's New Japan Pro Wrestling or a random indie show in the middle of nowhere, Suzuki brings an unmatched brand of terrifying excellence. He doesn't just wrestle you, he enjoys your suffering. Watching Suzuki isn't just a wrestling match, it's an existential crisis with headlocks. Pro tip, if he starts smiling at you mid-match, just say a quick prayer. Suzuki is living proof that age is just a number, and so is the number of times he can slap you into another dimension. Number 9, Sting reinventing himself in AEW. Just when you thought Sting had finally retired to a nice, relaxing life of shouting woo at birds after Seth Rollins decided, no, you're not in your 50s, take this turnbuckle, son, he pops up in AEW. Face paint, trench coat, baseball bat, and somehow cooler than ever. This isn't Grandpa Sting, this is still jumping off balconies at 60 Sting. Teaming up with Darby Allin, he proved that sometimes the best way to mentor the youth is by leaping through a table with them. Sting's later career resurgence gave AEW fans a beautiful mix of nostalgia and genuine holy crap he's doing that moments, and he was able to retire on his own time and on his own terms. Number 8, Will Ospreay becomes a heavyweight star. Will Ospreay started out as the scrawny kid who could do 17 flips before breakfast, but he's evolved into a heavyweight wrecking ball who looks like he ate his former self. Watching Ospreay transform in New Japan Pro Wrestling was like watching a video game character hit max level overnight, and he's only getting better now that he's in AEW. His matches are still fast enough to make your brain buffer, but now they're also packed with brutal power moves that make you rethink physics. Ospreay has gone from fun mid-card guy to absolute main event monster, and he did it without losing his swagger that made us love him in the first place. Number 7, the rise of Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace didn't just break the mold, she suplexed it through the floor and gave it a wedgie. We always knew she would make it to WWE, but her time in TNA was something special, watching her become a powerhouse of pure athleticism. She's not just good, quote-unquote, for a woman, she's good, period. Watching her throw around people twice her size is one of wrestling's purest joys. She's been redefining what strength and conditioning mean for a wrestler, all while maintaining a presence that's equal parts intimidating, cool, and sexy. Number 6, Kenny Omega's belt collector era. When Kenny Omega decided winning one world title wasn't enough, he went full Pokemon and tried to catch them all. In 2020 through 2021, Kenny Omega basically was Thanos with championship belts instead of Infinity Stones. AAA, AEW, Impact, no company was safe. His matches during this one were critically acclaimed, absolutely ridiculous in the best way, and fueled by Kenny's slightly deranged video game boss energy. Watching him show up in different promotions holding more gold than Fort Knox was an experience. Omega's belt collector phase wasn't just a domination, it was art. Number 5, Lucha Underground's entire first season. Lucha Underground was what happened when wrestling telenovelas, Mortal Kombat, and someone's Red Bull-fueled fever dream had a baby. It had everything: masked assassins, ancient gods, secret temples, and killer matches. Somehow, it worked. Watching the first season was like unlocking a secret cheat code for peak wrestling wildness. It gave us names like Prince Puma, Baldy, and Pentagon Jr. turning into megastars. If you never watched Mil Muertes Tombstone a Guy Through the Earth, you haven't lived. Number 4, Nick Gage versus the Universe. Nick Gage is the only wrestler whose ring entrance feels like a start of an apocalypse. MDK, murder, death, kill isn't just a gimmick, it's his whole vibe. Whether he's brawling in Game Changer Wrestling or casually robbing banks, true story, look it up, Gage brings a level of chaos that both is horrifying and memorizing. Death matches aren't for everyone, but Gage somehow made them feel personal, like he's bleeding for you, the fan, somehow. Warning, watching Nick Gage's matches may result in minor emotional trauma and an intense craving for light tubes. Number 3, the return of CM Punk. Anywhere. At this point, CM Punk's returns aren't as rare like seeing Bigfoot, but they are controversial and guaranteed to spark some arguments at the Thanksgiving dinner table. Whether it was AEW or a random indie appearance that definitely wasn't him, Punk's comeback had the wrestling world losing their collective minds. The man could show up to an empty Waffle House and it would still trend #1 worldwide. Say what you want about his career choices, but when Punk comes back, people care, and that's priceless in wrestling. Also admit it, you popped when you heard Cult of Personality for the first time in 7 years. No judgment. Number 2, Kota Ibushi's wild career choices. Kota Ibushi lives in a world with no rules, no gravity, and questionable self-preservation instincts, but we digress. Whether he's wrestling dolls, setting off fireworks mid-match, or casually main eventing the Tokyo Dome shows, Ibushi somehow makes it all feel completely normal. He's the rare type of performer who can sell you a pure joy and pure chaos within the same match. And despite the occasional terrifying injury scare, seriously dude, you need to chill, Kota Ibushi remains a beloved, dazzling figure in the wrestling world. Watching Kota is like watching a magic show if the magician also occasionally moonsaults off a moving vehicle. Miss you, bud. And number 1, the growth of indie wrestling as a whole. At number 1, it's not just a person, it's a movement. Indie wrestling exploded over the last decade, creating new stars, new companies, and new reasons for fans to care about wrestling beyond the big corporations. Promotions like GCW, PWG, and Beyond Wrestling are countless others that have created a crazy quilt of unique styles, insane movements, and unforgettable characters. Plus, you never know when you'll see tomorrow's megastar wrestling today's pizza delivery guy. Indie wrestling isn't polished, it's raw, chaotic, and filled with genuine heart. And honestly, that's the magic of it. Go visit your local indie wrestling promotion today. And that's our list. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and download the WSN app on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. Now, go binge watch some of these matches or people or places or moments or whatever I just said. Just maybe avoid the death match during lunch so your boss doesn't see that. Okay?